This is James Kalm, the guy on the bike, welcoming back our worldwide viewership. And today we've got a special half-ass marathon challenge. We're going to run up here and begin at Nyehaus with the show called Swell. It's actually the first part of a 3-gallery show. This show is featuring mostly California artists, particularly focusing on a group that was known as the light and space artists and the Fetish Finnish artists. I guess one of the influences for the Finnish Fetish artists was the surfboard shapers and painters and some of the hot rod people as well. There are a couple of small pieces by Charles Arnaldi. They're oil on copper. Oh man, I used to have a pair of surf baggies like that. This is by Claudia Arducci.
There's something that, I don't know, for some reason I'm tied to this piece and I can't figure it out. By the window so we can smoke.
Oh god, that piece does look like a surfboard. This is by Peter Dayton, titled Bad Girl Number 4, Courtney. Who's this by?
This is me.
That's you, and you are?
Timothy Williams.
Timothy Lloyd. And you're from California?
Yes, sir.
And were you influenced by some of these other Finnish Fetish people and some of the Ferus Gallery people?
Ed Moses all the way.
These are Ed Moses' sons. So the paint slathering has stayed in the family. That's nice. These are some petty bones here.
No, he's coming out. He has a one-man show here in the fall.
Okay, well, we've got a little projection here with some sand on the floor. It sort of disappears when we turn on the lights, huh? That was Swell at Nyehaus. Let's move on to the second leg of the marathon. We're going to go into Friedrich Petzel and try to capture part 2 on our marathon. It's more like a regular gallery scene here. Underground comics. Oh, that's a beautiful Robert Crumb. This is based on a Fuseli. The Nightmare for Kathy from Robert, 1970.
This is one of my favorites.
Here's something for all of you underground comic fans. This looks like a group artist work that involves Robert Williams, Jim Evans, Newton, and Greg Christley. And there's my action, Brooklyn surfer. We got some longboards here. These longboards are by Herbie Fletcher. We're not only looking at the California artists, but we're also looking at a lot of younger artists from California and New York that were influenced by the California scene. This has got to be a Charles Arnaldi piece. That's a big painting. This is by Jeff Lewis. It's titled Kunststern, Cultivated Meditation. This is by Cameron Martin. Terry Core. This is by Robert Longo. It's untitled. This is by Timothy Williams. We'll get a video on a horse's skull. We've got a neon piece by Laddie John Dill called Light Sentence, 1969. Glass tubing, electrical wire, and argon gas with mercury. This is a piece that caught my eye when I came in here. It looks like a big slab of resin. It's by Alex Weinstein, and it's titled Untitled Swell Model Blacks. Polyester resin, bondo, foam, spackle, pigment, oil paint, wood, and metal. This is a piece by Ken Price titled Mimi. Maybe Ken Price is one of the most famous and revered ceramic artists in America. That is Swell with Friedrich Petzel. It's run on. Here we are at Metro Pictures, and we're going to try to get in there before they shut the doors and run everybody out. Well, obviously there were a lot of people that had the same idea that they wanted to come out and see all three of these shows. I'll just take a quick sweep here. There's a big Ashley Bickerton piece. Some great pieces by Wallace Berman. By Tony Berlant. It's nice. This is kind of a proto-Finnish fetish piece. And he's kind of mixing in the funk with the beginnings of the shiny plastic. This is a nice assemblage by George Herms titled Scientific America from 1973. Mixed media. Please do not touch the artwork. I think that this would be the gallery that we really get a double dose of what would be called the Finnish fetish artists. So sensual and seductive, you just want to reach out and touch it. These people were doing a lot of kind of very experimental, very advanced work with plastics and resins. I think this has got to be by John McCracken, one of his slab pieces. I think that's probably about 8 feet tall and maybe 2 feet wide. This is a piece by the great artist Craig Kaufman, and unfortunately he passed away about just maybe 3 weeks ago. His vacuform pieces. Oh, this piece is by Dwayne Valentine called Double Disc Red Edge. I like that. This is like a giant butterfly yo-yo. This is from 1966, but it looks like it's holding up pretty well. Oh, we've got surfboards by a bunch of different artists. This is by Raymond Pettibone. And a lot of these are by Herb Fletcher. I especially like this wood board here. Beautiful shape too. This is the last of our 3 stops, Swell, at Metro Pictures. At least you got a taste of it. This is Swell. 3-gallery exhibition. Nyehaus, Friedrich Petzel, and Metro Pictures. Thanks, Kate.